Do you recall the days when pills were tiny? Similar to those tiny 7 or 8-inch screens that were essentially just giant phones? Yes, those times have long since passed. The tablet market has now completely changed, and the leading companies are promoting these enormous, nearly laptop-sized powerhouses. Apple and Samsung are in the forefront, each attempting to demonstrate that tablets are capable of much more than just playing media. Lately, Samsung's latest offering, the massive 14.6-inch Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra, comes with a S Pen straight out of the box and is obviously aiming to take the place of your laptop. But how does it compare to the lightning-fast M4 chip, very thin glass slab, and metal found in Apple's iPad Pro? Let's dissect it. Starting with the Tab S11 Ultra. It's big. No way around it. Measuring 326 x 208 millimeters and weighing nearly 700 grams. It feels closer to a slim laptop than a casual tablet. The 5.1 millimeters thickness makes it deceptively sleek though, and Samsung's enhanced armor aluminum frame with tempered glass keeps it looking premium. The S Pen now attaches magnetically to the side instead of the back, and overall, the industrial design is sharp and modern. Available in moonstone gray and platinum silver. It looks professional and stylish. The iPad Pro M4, meanwhile, is Apple's design philosophy at its finest. The 13-inch model is also 5.1 millimeters thin, making it the thinnest iPad ever, and it's surprisingly light, lighter than last year's model by about 4 pounds. Apple has moved the front camera to the landscape edge, a long-requested fix, making video calls more natural. The build is all aluminum and glass as usual, and the new space black color is particularly striking. If you want the largest possible display, the Tab S11 Ultra takes it. If you want thinness and portability, the iPad Pro wins, even though both are objectively sleek. This category is tough because both tablets are showing off some of the best displays you can get. The Tab S11 Ultra sports a 14.6-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X panel with a resolution of 960 by 848. Pixel density is only 239p due to the size, but colors are punchy, blacks are inky, and the 120Hz refresh rate keeps everything fluid. Samsung also quotes 1600 nits peak brightness, which is very high for a display this large, and an anti-reflective coating helps with glare. Apple's 13-inch iPad Pro debuts the tandem OLED Ultra Retina XDR display. Apple essentially stacks two OLED panels for greater brightness and control. Peak brightness outshines even the new iPad Air, and contrast is phenomenal. Blacks vanish into the bezels. HDR content looks stunning and motion is ultra smooth at 120 Hz per motion. The downside, reflections are more noticeable than on the LCD Air, but it's manageable. Verdict: both are top-class displays, but Apple's tandem OLED tech edges out Samsung in brightness and HDR performance. Samsung, though, wins on sheer screen size. This is where things diverge sharply. The Tab S11 Ultra is powered by MediaTek's Dimensity 9400 Plus, a 3nm chip that competes with Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite. CPU benchmarks put it close to Samsung's Galaxy S25 Ultra and a clear step above last year's Tab S10 Ultra. GPU performance is even more impressive thanks to the Immortalis G925 GPU, which actually rivals Apple's M4 graphics in certain workloads. But Apple's M4 chip is still a monster. Benchmarks show roughly 50% CPU performance gains over the M2 in the last iPad Pro, and multi-core workloads are unmatched. The M4's efficiency is also remarkable. No heating, no throttling, even during long gaming or video editing sessions. The higher storage models even get an extra CPU core, though in practice, you won't notice much difference. Bottom line, if you want absolute raw performance, the iPad Pro M4 takes the crown. But Samsung has made major strides. The Tab S11 Ultra is no slouch, especially in GPU-heavy tasks. The Tab S11 Ultra runs Android 16 with One UI 8. Samsung leans heavily into DeX mode, turning the tablet into a desktop-like experience with multi-wind multitasking, drag-and-drop support, and external monitor connectivity. You can even create up to 4 customized workspaces. Samsung is also embedding AI features, Drawing Assist, Writing Assist, Circle to Search, and Gemini Live. Plus, Samsung promises 7 years of updates, which is reassuring. The iPad Pro M4 runs iPad OS, which is still at its core a scaled-up version of iOS. Stage Manager, multitasking, and external monitor support exist, but they're not nearly as flexible as Samsung DeX. iPad OS's strength lies in its polished app ecosystem. Creative apps like Procreate, Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, and a wide variety of professional-grade tools just don't exist on Android at the same level. Apple also promises long software support, though it doesn't give a fixed number like Samsung. If you want versatility and laptop-like function, Samsung wins. If you want polish, reliability, and apps designed specifically for tablets, Apple wins. Samsung includes the S Pen in the box, redesigned with a more pencil-like grip, but with the same features as before: pressure sensitivity, low latency, and handwriting support. It attaches magnetically on the side now, making it more convenient. However, Samsung hasn't released a new keyboard cover this year. You'll need to use the one from the Tab S10 Ultra. Apple sells accessories separately. The new Pencil Pro adds squeeze gestures and barrel roll, which artists will love. The new Magic Keyboard floats the iPad above the keyboard deck, includes a larger trackpad, a full function row, and feels much closer to a MacBook keyboard. Together, they make the iPad Pro a legitimate laptop replacement for some workflows, though at a steep price. Samsung gets points for including the stylus for free. Apple wins in accessory refinement, but you'll pay for it. The Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra starts at $1,199 for $256 GB with 12 GB RAM. The S Pen is included. Keyboard is extra, though last-gen models are compatible. The iPad Pro starts at $999 for the 11-in with 256 GB and 8 GB RAM. The 13-inch version starts higher, and once you add the Pencil Pro and Magic Keyboard, you can easily exceed $2,000. The high-end 2 TB model with accessories can hit $2,500 plus. Samsung is still expensive, but you get more in the box. Apple charges premium prices across the board. So, which one should you buy? The Samsung Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra is all about size, flexibility, and productivity. If you want a massive screen for entertainment or a tablet that can genuinely replace your laptop with DeX, this is the one to get. The included S Pen is great for artists and students, and the extended software support is reassuring. The iPad Pro, on the other hand, is about refinement, raw power, and ecosystem. It's thinner, lighter, and has the best display on any tablet today. The M4 chip ensures it'll stay ahead of the competition in performance for years. And iPad OS, despite its limitations, offers unmatched apps for creatives. Thanks for watching.